following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Game time. Let's head up to the broadcast booth for the pregame show right now on Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome back to Essential Health Baseball Complex, Young Field. It's the nightcap of day 2. 7 games down and one more to go here on the first 2 days of the 2022 state tournament. It's the West Fargo Patriots and the Jamestown Eagles. Jamestown with what most people would call a possible upset last night with an 8-3 victory over the number 2 seeded Bismarck Governors. Governors put an end to the Fargo Post 400 season by the final score of 7-1 in earlier action today. And also in the first game of the day, it was the Dickinson Rough Riders doubling up on Williston by the final score of 8-4 in that game. Caden Fenders for Williston hit the tournament's first home run, a 2-run smash over the right field fence just to the right of the scoreboard. And then in the game right before this one here, it was Mandan hitting a home run in the top of the first, and those have been the only 2 home runs taken in the tournament so far. And I'm joined once again this evening with Dale Olson. Dale, how was your day today?
My day is real good. I'm one of the really great all-time sleepers.
Yeah.
Last night I could not get to sleep, and I wonder why.
Well, pretty good game. Probably kept you awake longer than expected.
It was really the most exciting game I was a part of, and I've seen some good games. Those where the drama is there right down to the end, and it definitely was there last night. And if some prognosticator could have told me they knew exactly how that was going to end, they don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
It was excitement, and the fans were into it, and that was as good a crowd as I've seen here since I've been down here for 14 years.
Yeah, and I've been coming to games on and off here for about maybe 3 or 4 or 5 years, and you're absolutely right. That was a great crowd for that game last night, no doubt about it. Let's go over the starting lineups here, including for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Jamestown Eagles. Batting first will be the center fielder, number 5, Mason Lundsman. Batting second will be the left fielder, number 15, Connor Holt. Batting third will be the third baseman, number 24, Jackson Walters. And in the fourth spot for the Jamestown Eagles will be their starting pitcher, number 10, Jacoby Nold. In the fifth spot will be the shortstop, number 3, Peyton Coulter. In the sixth spot for Jamestown will be the first baseman, number 16, Carson Orr. In the seventh spot will be the right fielder, number 13, Preston Gall. In the eighth spot will be the second baseman, number 1, Gage Orr. And last but certainly not least, in the 9 hole for Jamestown will be number 7, the catcher, Max Frank. So once again, it's Lundsman, Hoyt, Walters in the top of the order, Nold, Holt, Coulter, and Orr in the middle of the order, and Gall, Orr, and Frank in the bottom of the order. And that is how the Eagles will set up with their batting lineup. And now for the West Fargo Patriots, as they are announcing the starting lineups for Jamestown right now here. We'll go through the lineup here for West Fargo. Batting in the number 1 hole here for the Patriots this evening will be the shortstop, number 5, Brennan Hammond. Batting second will be the left fielder, number 3, Trey Stalker. Batting third will be the first baseman, number 21, Casey Clemenson. Batting fourth will be the DH, number 32, Connor Entz. Batting fifth will be the third baseman, number 7, Evan Berg. Batting six for the Patriots will be the right fielder, number 10, Caleb Deere. Batting seventh will be number 12, the catcher, Peyton Jancy. Batting in the 8th slot for the West Fargo Patriots tonight will be the second baseman, number 9, Seth Wigestrand. And batting in the 9th spot will be the center fielder, number 2, Nolan Dodds. Not batting, but your starting pitcher on the mound for the Patriots will be number 24, Matt Heupel. And that's how the West Fargo Patriots will set their batting lineup up for this second game of the state tournament. Once again, they got here with a 3-2 win last night over a very talented and scrappy post 400 team. And then the Jamestown Eagles got here playing some hard baseball, if that's a good word to use for it, against a difficult and talented team, the Bismarck Governors. And the Bismarck Governors would end up defeating Post 400 today to conclude their season. So Bismarck, as we take a look at the brackets here as they finish the lineups, we'll go ahead and take it to the brackets here. If I can, I don't have the bracket one up. Let's see here. Let's manually go to the brackets then. Give me about 2 seconds. I'll get it because I'm great like that. There's your brackets. So once again, Fargo Post 2 over Mandan. So Fargo Post 2 will advance to play the winner of this game that we're about to get started with here between Jamestown and West Fargo. The non-winner of this contest will move to the 4 o'clock game tomorrow to play Dickinson, who defeated Williston earlier today. And Bismarck will play Mandan. So it'll be a battle of the two teams separated by a river in the 1 o'clock game tomorrow. I'll be here for the 1 o'clock game. Brad Anderson will be here for the 4 and 7 o'clock games tomorrow night. And then Friday, Brad Anderson will have both of the games, and I'll be back on Saturday for the state championship. So that's a quick rundown of how that one is going to work out here. As we take a look at the schedule, put it in side-by-side form for you. Jamestown versus West Fargo, Bismarck versus Mandan tomorrow. Dickinson will play the loser of this game, and Post 2 will play the winner of this game at 7 o'clock tomorrow night as they go over the code. And then 2 more games Friday at 2 and 5 o'clock. Brad Anderson will have those. I'll be back on Saturday for the 12 o'clock and, if needed, 3 o'clock game for the state championship games. And it should be Dale, with the teams that have won and continue to advance, I have a good feeling that whoever ends up in that championship game is going to be a pretty good one.
Yes, and they're going to have the pitching depth. I've learned something in the last few years is really the team that has the most depth has the best shot when it comes to Saturday. Double elimination is a marathon. It's a long ordeal, and you got to just stay with the program, and you got to get consistent pitching out of maybe your 3 or 4 man that's been a regular starter during the year.
Okay, let's see if we can catch what this guy's saying here.
The code.
He's doing the code. Okay.
Faith in my teammates. Be my temper. Be myself fit. Keep a stout heart in defeat. Keep my pride under in victory. Keep a sound soul, a clean mind, and a healthy body. Let's play baseball.
All right, so the final game of day 2.
Ready to play ball. Game time conditions at 74 degrees. The wind is out of the northwest.
We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back with your first pitch and all that other cool stuff right after this.
There is no off-season for greatness. You do what it takes to stay in the game. And so do we. Our commitment is to keep you moving forward. Essentia Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Like nowhere else.
right, welcome back. Matt Heupel is on the mound warming up here for the West Fargo Patriots.
Matt has had a real steady summer. He had a steady high school adventure, I would say, with the Pats, or with the West Fargo Packers. And I've seen a lot of games. Really, the only inconsistent game he had was after that Minneapolis tournament. And I think the whole team was suffering a little bit with a hangover from all of those games. And otherwise, he's been a consistent, either a number 2 or 3 starter for this Pat team.
Yeah, every time he's been on the mound, he's always had a pretty good game, and I would expect nothing less than that tonight here from Matt Heupel.
Control is his game, and not overly fast, but again, as a left-hander, his ball somewhat fades on a right-handed batter, and he's got a pretty good off-speed, pretty good curve, and as I said, for a lot of the summer, he's been a pretty good hitter, too.
Yeah.
But he'll be DH'd this evening.
Around the bases here for the West Fargo Patriots, Peyton Jancy behind the plate, Casey Clemenson playing first base, Seth Wiggestrand at second, Brennan Hammond at short, and Evan Berg at third. In the outfield, Nolan Dodds in center, Caleb Deere in right, Trey Stalker in left. Once again, my name is Mike Mason, joined by Dale Olson on color, and Chris Hovden working the camera as he has been all tournament long, and he's been doing a fantastical job. Even though fantastical is not, I don't think, a word, but we're going to use it anyway because, hey, it's unique, right? First batter is going to be Mason Lundsman, who is awesome at center field in the play-in game and was awesome last night on the mound against Bismarck. And now we'll see how he does batting here. He's had a couple of hits lifetime on Magnitude.
My son just acknowledged that he's listening to the game from Phoenix, Arizona, so... We got our guy, I'm sure, from North Carolina, too. And Chris is related to Senor Smoke. I get a kick out of that.
And that one's going to be popped up to right field, and the catch is made there by Caleb Deere. Connor Hoyt will be the batter now as we move in to the batter number 2 of this inning.
I listened to a little bit of a repeat of our game last night. I went to a few moments, where there was a lot of excitement. To see how much emotion we did show, I had a couple people tell me that I was real cool, calm, and collected.
Yeah,
hey,
no,
the truth was my stomach was churning.
Yeah, I could tell. Like, watching the game at home, listening to it, watching it, listening to what the commentators have to say, and then the commentators in the booth, like, I hear what you're saying in my headset, and then when I look at you side by side, I could totally tell that the rest of you was not as calm as your voice was. Let's put it that way. That's a hard hit out towards Brennan Hammond. Hammond will fire it over to first, and they got it. It is a 6-3 ground out for Lundsman on an 0-2 count. And that is out number 1 here for the
Brennan's
Jamestown
throw
Eagles.
to first there was not the fastball he threw to post 400 to end that game last night. Flipped that a little bit, and Casey made the scoop at first. Yeah, Brennan was a really big positive last night for the Pats. He came on in a real crucial situation.
Connor Hoyt, the batter. I think. No, it's actually Jackson Walters. I was a hit behind here. Or a batter behind. Jackson Walters now takes an 0-1 count here. Walters has hit all of his hits to left and center field. He's never, ever, ever had a hit to right field when playing on Magnitude Sports. And how do I know that, Dale?
Boy, that's your programming ability is beyond me. I can't even begin to explain that.
Well, at least you know how to work the microphone. So 1-1, and that one's batted foul off to the first base side, and it's no balls and 2 strikes.
Those spray charts that they show in MLB games are like, for example, Aaron Judge getting his 38th home run, and you see the spray chart showing where every home run is gone throughout the season. How in the world that works is beyond me.
1 ball and 2 strikes. That's almost how it works here with my technology.
Ooh,
Not quite as advanced as the MLB, but I would like to be someday.
Yeah, the spin rates on pitched balls and just the slow motions, too, on close calls on bases. Technology is fabulous.
2-2-2. Ball strikes out. This hypo will set. He'll wait, get a couple different signals. Now wind and deliver the 2-2. And that one into right field. And that one will drop fair. And going for extra bases is Walters. He'll head into second, and he is safe at second base. So Walters gets a double out into right field, and that's a good start for Jamestown. Jacoby Nold will step up to the plate now, and here's an example of the spray chart.
You got it.
Yeah.
You got it.
Well, not quite MLB-ish, but it's probably the next best thing. So.
And I want to see it sprayed around. When I look at a good hitter, I want to see those doubles to right center, a home run maybe to left field. I want to see a little bit of everything.
Yeah, a little bit of variety. An equal opportunity outfield hitter is what I like to call those guys. And I want fouled away for a strike, and it's 0-1.
You know, I looked at, maybe I'm wrong on this, but there was like over 1,300 views of that game last night. And we got a full house here. That's pretty good.
Yeah, the last time I looked, the West Fargo Post 400 game from last night was the most viewed game of day one. All the other games were right around 800, 900, 1,100. I think that one crept up to 12 or 13.
That's pretty good, though.
So, like you said, a full house here tonight or last night, and well, not too bad of a house here tonight either for West Fargo. So. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and that one's sent out into the gap in right center and running after it, but not able to catch up to it was Nolan Dodds. He will catch up to it, and a run will score. Walters comes in from second as he'll trade places with Jacoby Nold on an RBI double all the way out to nearly the fence in right center field, more center than right, but right center field is what we'll call it. It's a 2-out RBI double.
That breeze is blowing from left to right, and that ball just kind of floated out there.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was hit that hard at first, but that's about 390 to right center where that flagpole is, and you can see the breeze. You connect out there, the wind is going to aid you.
Peyton Holt, Coulter, the batter now. Prior to yesterday's game, and he almost snagged it, but not quite. Casey Clemenson had it on the edge of his glove, but it wasn't able to close the glove before the ball could be locked in and secured in his glove. So it'll drop for a strike. What I was about to say right before that, Holt Coulter, before his, I believe it was a bunt down the third base line against Bismarck. Before that, he had never had a hit on Magnitude Sports.
Wow. Looks like he can hit a little bit too.
Well, you mentioned it on during a couple weeks ago when West Fargo played Watertown, that West Fargo seemed to do really good when they played on Magnitude, and now it's starting to show here with Jamestown hitters. So no balls and 2 strikes. Go ahead.
You have kind of a lucky horseshoe in your left back pocket, I think.
Well, let's just hope that doesn't go against whatever team you're not cheering for. So.
That was a very good pitch on an 0-2 count. Definitely a changeup that fooled the hitter. When you see the knees buckle, that tells you that they got fooled, and he was in a position where he was under the umpire's justice right there.
Well, we'll see if Holt Coulter can foul one back in the net and get that annoying yellow leaf off the net there. That's kind of stuck in the middle of your screen there, and it's just a leaf attached to the netting. So I'm assuming the next fouled away pitch into the netting would maybe take care of that. But until then, you're going to have to live with that little yellow dot by the pitcher's mound. That will be a strikeout for Holt Coulter, and we'll go now to the bottom of the first. Brennan Hammond, Trey Stalker, and Casey Clemenson. Those are your first 3 batters for the Patriots, and they'll be up after the break. The Eagles lead 1-0 here on the Essential Health scoreboard. We'll be back in a moment. All right, welcome back. Mike Mason alongside Dale Olson. And the yellow leaf that we were talking about, a close-up of it there, but not close enough to not give you a good look at Jacoby Nold. He'll be a starting pitcher today here for Jamestown. And then around the bases, Max Frank is catching those pitches from Nold behind the plate. Carson Orr at first, Gage Orr at second, Peyton Holt Coulter at shortstop, Jackson Walters at third. In the outfield, you got Mason Lundsman in center, who had a fabulous game against Minot in the play-in game in center field back at Jack Brown Stadium last Saturday. Connor Hoyt in left and Preston Gall in right field. So as I mentioned in the top of the inning, Mason Lundsman had a great day in center field in the play-in game versus Minot. He had a great day on the mound yesterday against Bismarck, and we'll see if he has another great day today against West Fargo or not. Hammond delivers a hard-hit ball to Walters. Walters fires it over to first, and they got him.
Walters did a good job of getting his nose right down there, and his eyes were right on that ball. And you play on artificial turf, that's what it takes. You cannot be olaying balls where you're on the side. It was a good play by number 24.
Trey Stalker, the batter now. He's an equal opportunity hitter. Here's Trey Stalker's spray chart.
And bingo, he got hit. Yes.
So I'm assuming you like him based on that spray chart, right?
I got to see Casey's spray chart here
when he comes up. Oh, he's coming up right now, actually. So there we go. That's what we got for Casey.
That is fascinating. Just for the games that he has played.
On Magnitude, yep. That does not include games he has played that were not on Magnitude, yeah.
Yeah, this has been a different adventure for Casey. He's batting much more, and especially when he's been pitching, too. So
the only thing I need to do is figure out a way to put those spray charts on screen for our viewers to see.
Yeah,
that'd be fabulous if I could figure out a way to do that. Of course, if you follow along on the iScore app, I think you might be able to see the spray charts. I'm not 100% sure on that.
College coaches love that.
Yeah. 1 ball, no strike here to Casey Clemenson. Connor Entz is also on deck with 1 out. If no double plays happen, we'll see Entz next. And there's that fouled away pitch, and the leaf is still there. 1-1 the count now here to Casey Clemenson. We're 11 minutes into the game. Go ahead.
You've gotten to listen to me talk about hunting pitches, and I'm not referring to guessing. Absolutely guessing. Hunting is, I have an idea of what's coming on, but I want to be the aggressor. I want to go after my pitch. There was a good pitch by the pitcher, off-speed curve, and kind of had Casey fooled and just missed that outside corner. Last night, umpire probably would have called that a strike.
2-1 here on Clemenson, and Jacoby Nold will wind up and deliver, and Clemenson fouls it away after the third base side to the left of the batter's box. That makes it a 2-balls, 2-strike count. Once again, coming up here on Magnitude tomorrow, we'll have 3 games for you. 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 7 o'clock. I'll be on the 1 o'clock game, and Brad Anderson will be on the 4 and the 7 o'clock games tomorrow here on Magnitude Sports. 2-2 to Clemenson as Nold gets the sign. He'll set, and he will wind and deliver. That one goes into the dirt, and a nice block there by Frank because Stalker was tasting second base there. He was licking his chops.
He was in a position there, if he was really anticipating that ball going behind the catcher. You know, sometimes if you've got some type of a start, you can steal that second base. Pretty conservative right now.
Payoff pitch on the horizon here as Nold looks over at Stalker on first, and he'll get him swinging. Clemenson will strike out, and that is out number 2 of the inning here for the Patriots. Connor Entz will be the next batter here for West Fargo. First pitch to Entz comes in low for a ball. It's 1-0.
Connor had a big hit in the first inning last night. Drove a ball to the wall in left center and brought in Casey Clemenson for their first run. Connor just missed another pitch, I thought, in the early innings where it would have almost been a home run if he'd have caught her square. He's been hitting well the last couple of weeks, and he's in a pretty good groove. He's feeling confident. He's seeing the ball.
1 ball, no strike to Ents. Now make that 2 balls, no strikes. And in between those 2 balls, it was a pickoff attempt on Stalker at first. I want to say thanks to the great staff here at West Fargo Baseball Complex and Young Field, including Todd and the rest of the guys for hooking us up with lunch over the day and occasional snacks and beverages. And certainly appreciate everything. There's a hard hit ball over to Holt Coulter to second for the force out. And that'll do it. That's out number 3. So the 6-4 on the force out at second. They'll strand nobody on base, and we'll go to the top of the second. Batters 6, 7, and 8. Carson Orr, Preston Gall, and Gage Orr are the batters for Jamestown. 1-0 in favor of the Eagles here on the Essentia Health scoreboard. We're back in a moment.
Tonight, I'll be eating chicken tikka masala with garlic naan. Cheers.
I win again. Patrick.
That's Sir Patrick.
Ooh, sir. Tonight, I'll be eating roasted cauliflower tacos with spicy chipotle sauce. Thank you. Oh! I wasn't ready!
You want cheese to go with that wine?
All right, welcome back. Mike Mesa alongside Dale Olson, Crest Hutton helping us out on the broadcast as well with camera and graphics. And, well, 1 inning complete, Dale, and what's 1-0 Jamestown? What do you think so far this one?
Well, I told you last night coming into the post-400 game, you cannot overlook a team like that. They were a 6 seed. They've gone through like an 8-game losing streak, and they did a good job of not overlooking them. I think the same thing goes with Jamestown. You can't believe the record. Their win over Bismarck was for real.
Yeah.
And you can't take them lightly. You got to keep coming.
Here's the pitch, and it's in for a strike. Nice delivered pitch there by Heupel. Carson Orr, I believe he had a ground rule double to center field in the game yesterday. And prior to that, he's had a pair of groundouts and a pair of flyouts. And now Heupel will wind up and deliver the 0-1, and that one's high, and they'll even the count of the ball on a strike, 1-1. 17 minutes into the ball game, Heupel has 17 pitches. 14 of those have found the strike zone.
His delivery is usually completely overhand, but he will drop down a little bit into more of a sidearm slot at times.
And that one just missed to the outside.
Yes, you could see that pitch there had a little bit of fade to it, and that's just a natural fade on a 2-seam fastball, and it amazes me sometimes how lefties have that.
West Fargo in the white, the sun blaring down so brightly that it's almost like watching a ghost pitch if you're watching on your home TV. But if you're watching from the view that Dale and I have, he's a normal person. So there's nothing we can do about that. Just the FYI. Yeah. 3-1 the count here to Orr. It's Carson Orr, and now Carson Orr walk, and that'll bring up Preston Gall and put Gage Orr on deck. Preston Gall is the batter. Gall 2 for 4 when playing on Magnitude Sports. All his hits and all his flyouts went to right field. He is a right field hitter when he plays on Magnitude. I always talk about the batter's eye, who usually out in dead center or maybe off to the left center or right center, and that leaf could be a pitcher's eye.
I know when I played short or second, I always want to know what the catcher was calling. If he's going to throw a changeup and I'm playing shortstop, right-handed batter. Good chance he's going to pull the ball. And I want to know that ahead of time.
Here's the pitch. He's going to go to center field this time. That one's going really deep. Very deep. And nice catch there. And patient trotting back there by Nolan Dodds for the out.
Well, you can see the effect of the wind. It gets up in that little wind zone and just floats.
Well, you can see the flags out by the scoreboard. All of them are blowing to the southwest. So basically, as Dale said earlier, the wind's pretty much coming from left field to right field almost. And that one soars up to right field. And going in and sliding and making the catch is Caleb Deere.
Great catch, great effort. Wow, I thought that was a foul ball all the way.
Some outstanding camera work there by our awesome camera guy. I don't know what was better, the camera work or Caleb's Deere catch. I think they're about equal. Our camera guy is giving credit to Caleb Deere. So
Senor Smoke would have liked that.
Former Minnesota Twin, right? Okay. They won the World Series when I was really young. So I don't remember the whole roster from that team, but I remember a couple. Let's see. Will they charge that as an error? They will.
Yes,
yep, they will. Yep.
Evan's been playing pretty good defense of late. There, he made one mistake. He backpedaled right away. When you backpedal, especially at third base and you're playing deep, your chances of getting that short hop are real good. And, he made it into a tough play. Sometimes you got to charge and maybe block it in front of you and make the play that way. Tough chance.
And the pitch comes in for a strike as Jamestown returns to the top of the order here with Mason Lundsman at the plate. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out to the shortstop Hammond on a 6-3 last time he was at the plate. 1-0 lead for Jamestown. Jamestown looking to add to that here in the top of the second. In yesterday's game, West Fargo scored a run in the first, second, and third to take a 3-0 lead before Post 400 would battle back and trim the lead down to 3-2, which would end up being the final score. And right now, it looks like Jamestown is kind of replicating that process. Swing and a miss for Lundsman, and it's 0-2. They haven't quite replicated it yet, but they're certainly in a position to do so. It looks a lot oddly similar to the game yesterday that was played at 7:30 p.m., just with opposite teams here.
Jamestown is in aggressive mode at the plate. They're all up there to swing the bat.
And that one will float outside. And you mentioned it yesterday in that game against Bismarck. They kind of figured out the pitchers for Bismarck really quickly. I think there was a third or fourth inning where Bismarck put 3 pitchers on the mound in the same inning. And Jamestown had no problem with any of those 3 pitchers.
Some teams thrive on being an underdog.
And that pitch just missed the corner, and it's ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That was that close to being a strikeout.
Hypo wanted that. You could see it in his body language, and that's a very as a hitter, you want to be swinging at those. It's a good pitch.
2-2 the count with 2 runners on and 2 outs. 2s across the board here on Magnitude Sports in the top of the second. That one popped up, fouled off, third base side and out of play and onto the rooftop. Not quite as loud as that one that happened a couple games ago that we thought it was going to come through the roof and hit us, but
it almost sounds like lightning when it hits up there.
Yeah. Won't be fooled by that anymore. Can't remember what game it was. West Fargo versus somebody where he had that lightning delay.
Yeah, there's a good pitch. Struck him out.
Strikeout there, and that will end the inning. Strikeout swinging. That brings up batters 5, 6, and 7 for West Fargo as we go to the home half of the second. They'll leave 2 stranded on base, and Evan Berg, Caleb Deere, Peyton Jancy. Jacoby Nold on the mound will be tossing pitch 12. It's 1-0 in favor of Jamestown after 1.5 here on the Essentia Health scoreboard. Back in a moment. Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate-controlled hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full-swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
Buffalo Wild Wings win-win value lineup gives you and your friends more for less. With buy one, get one half off traditional wings every Tuesday. Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. And $3 tolls every day. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
One and a half done here in the nightcap of day 2 at the State AA tournament. We thank you for joining us. 3 games down, and this is the last one for today. And then we move on to day 3 tomorrow. 2 teams have been eliminated. Williston and Fargo Post 400 seasons have come to a conclusion. And the other teams, these 2 teams, still very much in it. It's double elimination, and neither one of them have lost, but that will change when this game comes to a conclusion for one of these 2 teams.
2-0 count now, and the pitcher has looked a little wild at times. I'd test him. I'd take a strike and make him work.
And Nold does exactly, or I should say Berg does exactly what you said.
See, I come from a different school at times. I like to see a pitcher being tested. I like a leadoff walk. It frustrates him.
That was a little bit low.
That was a close pitch, too. I think the pitcher wanted that. 31 count.
And now the 3-1 from Nold. Check swing. Did he go? They'll peel to first base. No call from the first base guy, and it's ball 3.
Berg got himself in
No,
that,
it's strike 2, excuse me.
That should I or shouldn't I type of swing. Yeah. On a 3-1 there. Now you got to guard it.
Payoff, will walk him.
Good eye.
Evan Berg on base. I believe that's only the second base runner of the game for West Fargo. Caleb Deere.
Coming off an outstanding catch out in right field, and he's new to right field. They're just of late have given him a shot. He's very athletic, and he's played a variety of. He's been a real utility man this year.
Well, he's certainly proved himself so far in right field, and that pitch comes in a little bit low for a ball.
Umpire's been consistent on these close calls.
Caleb Deere, another one of those equal opportunity outfield hitters. Most of his hits have gone to left or right field. The 1-0, and that one he has to jump out of the way of, and it's 2-0 with Berg advancing to second on that wild pitch.
See, that's what I'm talking about with wildness. That pitcher, to me, has to prove to me that he's got that command, and I don't like to, swing at that first pitch, and maybe it's a ground out, maybe it's a pop-up. It gives him a little added confidence. I want to take that away, make him work.
2-0. And that one's fouled off, and the Leaf stays
Nobody's
on.
listening to me. It's just like my wife. I mean, I go through a lot of periods where I know she has tuned into another channel. I know that.
2-1 the count now here to Caleb Deere. Peyton Jancy on deck. This is pitch 21 for Jacoby Nold. Nold will look at the runner on second on 2 occasions. He'll look him back to the base and deliver the pitch, and a swing and a miss by Deere for strike 2.
That was changeup. That's the first good changeup I've seen in his arsenal. Not necessarily a palm ball, but about 10 miles an hour slower than his regular fastball, and it fooled Deere. Got to guard it. Again, I want to shorten that swing and just make contact.
2-2 coming up from Nold here. And the pitch is low, and it's a full count. Nobody out. West Fargo in a good position to, if they can get a base hit and tie this game up here with that runner on second. We'll see if Nold can pitch his team to the first out of this inning here on this payoff pitch. Game once again brought to you by the Network Center in Fargo. We certainly appreciate their support along with all of our other sponsors. And he gets the Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout. Deer goes down swinging. That brings up Peyton Jancy now. Broadcast coverage also brought to you by Essentia Health.
Former Minot player, great player, Luke Teagle. He lives in Bismarck, and he's listening. He was North Dakota Player of the Year in 1999. Know him real well and went to the University of North Dakota with my son. He's listening.
Thanks for watching, Luke. Certainly appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. 0-1 to Peyton Jancy.
Luke was a left-handed hitter, and he hit a few bombs in Minot, I'll tell you that.
At Corbett Field?
At Corbett Field.
There's the 0-1. And that one comes in a little low for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Broadcast coverage is also brought to you by Sweet Shots in Fargo, Doolittle's Wood Fire Grill, and Buffalo Wild Wings and Runnings, among others. 1-1. As Nold looks back at Berg on second, and he'll wind and deliver. 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2.
Pats are having a little trouble with that fastball here in the early stages of the game. They're not just seeing it at that well, but it's they're just a little late on it. The timing isn't there right now.
1-2. That one hit foul down the third base side.
That's a hanging curve, and Jancy would like to have that one over again.
West Fargo in the third base dugout. Jamestown in the first base dugout. Obviously, if you haven't figured it out by now, Jamestown in the blue, West Fargo in the white. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. To Peyton Jancy as Nold looks down Berg and delivers strike 3. Back-to-back Buffalo Wild Wings strikeouts for Jacoby Nold, and he has 3 total on the game now, and that'll bring up Seth Wiggestrand, or as Dale would call him, Wiggy.
And Wiggy has been coming on strong here at the end of the year. One of those youngsters that kind of got thrown to the wolves. He had to play shortstop when Hammond couldn't play. He's played second. He's played some outfield, and he's done a good job. Maybe third base might be his best position that he played with the Packers.
Wiggestrand will take the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. 31 minutes into the ball game now. The next pitch for Jacoby Nold is pitch number 30. 15 of his 29 tosses have found the strike zone. And now time is called as the umpire will halt things for a moment.
I wonder if this pitcher is not a relation to Bill Nold, who was a... Wow, there was a spin move off that pitcher's mound. Of course, to second base, and I think he and the second baseman got a little confused, but that was a 360 spin.
Yeah, it's a good thing he didn't let that ball go. He delivers another strike. Jacoby Nold looking pretty healthy on the mound early on here in this contest.
Bill Nold was, I believe, the head football coach in Jamestown, and he refereed basketball for years, and a good sports name out of Jamestown, and I think he may be the grandfather of this young man.
0-2. I think I heard somebody say over there that
he is. Struck out the side.
They leave a runner stranded on base as Nold strikes out 3 in a row for his 4th on the game. And it remains 1-0, and the Eagles will exchange their gloves for the bats and come out swinging as they're leading on the Essentia Health scoreboard in the top of the 3rd when we return after this. Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate-controlled hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full-swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
And batting, number 5.
Nice seats. $50 though?
Hey, this dude got his seat for only $20 on Game Time.
Whoa.
Game Time tracks ticket prices in real time and finds you all the best last-minute deals, so you can get tickets for up to 60% off.
60% off?
Mystical ballpark voice?
Yeah.
That guy freaks me out.
Download Game Time now. Come on, do it.
Welcome back. And with the bat at the plate is Connor Holt. He's 0 for 1, grounded out to the shortstop on his last at bat. He'll face pitch number 31 from Heupel. 8 balls, 22 strikes from the youngster on the mound for West Fargo. Here in the top of the third, Jamestown leading 1-0, looking for a chance to add to that. And that will be a hard hit ball towards first, and then it'll roll foul, and that'll be good for a strike, 0-1.
Just thinking, Jamestown and Minot, when my son Mark and Luke Teagle were playing, Jamestown had Brian Erstedt and really had a good program. We had some battles with them over a period. And Chuck Erstedt, the father of Darren, he was here last night and texted me and really enjoyed the game.
Yeah, they've had a couple of good games in the state tournament so far. One of them was last night. And now it's 1 ball and 1 strike here to Connor Holt. On deck is Jackson Walters. We'll also see Jacoby Knoll descending. It's the batters 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup here for Jamestown. And that pitch comes in a little bit low, and it's 2 balls and a strike here to Connor Holt.
Heupel likes to tantalize you a little bit with that outside corner. He'll throw an off speed and just to get you off balance. That's his objective.
Here's the windup and the 2-1 delivery from Heupel, and that one flared up towards the shortstop, Brennan Hammond. He'll be called off there by Evan Berg, who will make the catch for the out. So pop out the third baseman, Evan Berg, brings up Jackson Walters with 1 away here in the top of the third. Want to say hello to Janice tuning in, and that is Mama Mason. Let's put it that way. So,
not Mama Mason.
Not Mama Mason. Hard hit ball out towards Hammond. He'll scoop it up, patiently fire it over into the glove of Clemenson for the out.
Your young shortstops, your second baseman, when you charge the ball and you get that nice little hop, you watch their footwork, and a good shortstop will have that little bunny hop. And he kind of sets himself, but his momentum is going forward, and then you let it go. You don't throw it you don't flip the ball. Let's put it that way, and that gets that momentum into that throw, and it was good and accurate. Good play by Hammond.
Jacoby Knoll that a double to center field last time he was up. That eventually led to the run, and that eventually led to our current score of 1-0. Two balls and no strikes here to Jacoby Knoll. Once again, he's 1 for 1 with that double to center field. And he's going to go to center field again, and that one will land for a single.
That's good hitting by Knoll. The pitch was on the outside corner, and he just drove it up the middle. He didn't try to pull it, and he's a for real hitter. He looks real good at the plate right now.
All right, we took care of a few behind-the-scenes things there, and now it's Peyton Holt Coulter.
Coulter struck out his first at-bat.
And Holt Coulter will ground out this time. So they'll leave 2, check that one, stranded on base. And they'll bring up batters 9, 1, and 2 for West Fargo. Nolan Dodds, Brennan Hammond, and Trey Stalker are the batters. And Jacoby Knoll on the mound with pitch 32 when we return after this here on Magnitude.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
All right, welcome back. We can move to the bottom of the third now. And once again, Nolan Dodds will lead things off. Mike Mason alongside Dale Olson here at Young Field inside the Essential Health Baseball Complex, among an awesome staff of others working up here in the press box, taking care of scoreboard and PA announcing and feeding us and giving us beverages. So I certainly appreciate that.
Young people like that word awesome, don't they?
I think they do, yeah. I don't know if I think I might use that word more than I probably should, but I don't know.
One of the things that's interesting with baseball now you're coming around the second time with hitters, and major leagues always show batting averages against a pitcher the first time around, second time around, third time around, and of course hitters get better.
Yeah.
Again, Nold is getting ahead of everybody right now, and you look up at the board and it seems like it's 2 strikes on. The pitchers, or these hitters, have to be protective. Nold is crafty.
And that one will be hit past Nold into the glove of Gage, or he'll fire it
Oh,
over
they
and
dropped it.
dropped it. That'll be an error charge to the first baseman.
Now, should I tell you something, Mike?
Yeah.
That can, as a coach, that would make me angry on a play? The second baseman absolutely flipped the ball over to first. And when you do that, that's exactly what can happen. And the throw was a little bit in the dirt. And take your bunny hop that I'm talking about and fire it over there. Not that you have to throw it 100 miles an hour, but you get into the flipping game, it's trouble.
So an error per side now here in this contest. And
My son is listening in Phoenix to this right now, and he's saying, how many times did I hear my dad talk about flipping the ball to first base?
one more time as of tonight, probably. 0-1.
Baseball is a game of habit, and you want to do the habit over and over and over, and you want it to be a good habit. And flipping a ball can take you into a world you do not like.
1-1 here to Brennan Hammond, the one batter. Lead as we flip it back to the top of the order now. That one will hang over the corner and be good for strike 2.
Again, I look up at the scoreboard, and there's 2 strikes again. You're in that protective mode now.
Oh, and there's an error throw, and Dodds will take off for second, and possibly more. He'll be hold at third, as he'll gain 2 bases on that throwing error.
How many times have we seen that recently?
It seems more than it should be, yeah.
You know what happens a lot of times? That first baseman is putting the tag on mentally before he's actually caught the ball, even though the ball might be off a little bit. But you're so intent on picking that guy off that you lose your focus on catching the ball.
So a mental error there by Jamestown, and we'll see if that'll cost him a run or not. Swinging and a miss for a strike. That puts an out on the board. So West Fargo now 90 feet away from tying this game up at 1-0 with 1 out. Trey Stalker, who was hit by a pitch last time, will step up to the plate once again here to face Jacoby Nold on pitch 39.
Brennan Hammond is not happy with that at bat, knowing the competitor he is. You know, he starts out with that curve. He's throwing that more and more here as we go along. And as a hitter, I'm seeing that. I'm seeing, why is he throwing me that curve so much? Maybe I should sit on it.
That one, line drive, and it's dropped by the second baseman, but he'll throw it over to complete the out.
like he had a little spring in his glove there, and it just popped out. But he stayed with it. Tough base running decision there by Dodds. You just, to me, he had to read it as an out, and he did the safe thing.
2 away now. Runner still on third for Casey Clemenson. And the pitch is in for a ball, 1-0. It seems like, and tell me if I'm wrong, Dale, it seems like the first pitch to every batter from Nold is a ball.
Yeah.
And then he gets strikes after that.
Exactly.
We'll see.
That's his routine. Here's the pitch to look for. Right now, see if he can drive it. Curveball in the dirt. Dodds is a good base runner. He's anticipating that. One thing I always taught kids in base running is never take your eye off the ball. Ever. No matter what. Mm-hmm. You never know when that catcher might throw a bad toss back to the pitcher. You got to be aware.
And that one's inside. And did he edge it? He did. He did paint the edge.
21 count. He's going to that curve. If I'm Casey, I'm looking for that curve. I want to hunt that curve. Throws me the fastball, that's fine.
Fastball high and in, possibly, and that appeared to possibly be the case, and it was fouled off third base side.
I always felt as a hitter that that guy couldn't throw it by me with the fastball. So sometimes I would anticipate a curve, and if he does throw me that fastball, I thought, I'm all right. I'm okay.
Uh-huh.
But if I don't know that curve's coming, that's trouble.
2-2. This one chopped foul again.
I've seen some high bouncers off the bat of Casey in the last couple of weeks. That area on an artificial turf, the infield is, I don't know, it's fairly hard. Ball bounces. Got to guard it. You got to guard it.
2-2. And that one cranked foul to right field this time.
He was on that pitch there, just got under it a little bit. Nold is, right now, again, I'm in a protective mode, but I'm still looking for that curve. I'm looking for that change-up curve right now.
And this one fouled at the plate. He's fouled off the last 4 pitches.
He's hanging in there, and again, anything close, you've got to be in a swing mode. I can't be defensive and be particular now.
This is the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Now I want to say hi to Greg and Kelly watching from Watford City, North Dakota.
Wolves country.
Exactly, or Watford City Walleye country in single A Legion baseball, depending on what sport you're talking about.
Again, I look for a curve here. I look for, I want to be in a protective mode here now.
And that caught the edge. There's another strikeout for Jacoby Nold. It's his 6th of the game. And that will end the 3rd inning of play. It remains 1-0 in favor of Jamestown here on the Essentia House scoreboard. Due up for the Patriots. Or due up for the Eagles, excuse me. Carson Orr, Preston Gall, and Gage Orr at 6, 7, and 8. Hypo with pitch 42 when re-return.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
Welcome back. Jamestown Eagles up 1-0 on the West Fargo Patriots as we move into the 4th inning here at Young Field in the day 2 of the state tournament. Also want to say hi to Jim from Denver, North Carolina, tuning in. You're quite possibly one of Dale's favorite viewers. I can't say that for sure, but he's been a favorite of many of our broadcasters.
I don't charge for autographs either.
I got a text from him earlier today. He said he would like to meet you, and if he ever makes a trip up here, so we might have to stay in contact.
If he likes to golf, I'll take him golfing.
There you go, Jim. If you like to golf, you got a golf buddy. So, I'm sure he'll respond soon. He'll probably say, "I don't like golf at all. We're not friends anymore." 1 ball, 1 strike the count here to Carson Orr. Preston Gall and Gage Orr will be the next 2 batters that we see here in this top half of the 4th. Pitch 44 is a swing and a miss for strike 2.
That's probably Heupel's favorite pitch there, that two-seam kind of a fader that goes away from the right-handed hitter on the outside corner.
1-2 to Carson Orr. He drew a walk last time he was at the plate. That pitch is outside, and the count's even at 2 apiece. So we'll see where Heupel puts this one on the 2-2 count. He'll wind and deal. Swing and a miss. He floated one over the outside edge. Carson Orr chased it and paid the price. That's out number 1. It's a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout, his 3rd of the game for Matt Heupel.
Good pitching by Heupel. He knew exactly where he wanted that ball, and when the hitter bites like that, he's planting a seed in that hitter's mind.
Preston Gall, the batter now. Flied out to center field. Nolan Dodds last time he was up. That pitch will go outside and just off the edge of the glove of Peyton Jancy for a ball, 1-0. Once again, Heupel on the mound, Jancy catching, Clemenson first, Wiggestrand second, Hammond short, Berg third, Stalker left, Deere right, Dodds center. Defensive setup for the West Fargo Patriots. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And that one, I'm not sure what happened there. Did it come off his right knee pad or?
I think it went off his bat and hit home plate and just kind of popped up, but my angle right here isn't the best.
Yeah, mine wasn't the best on that particular pitch either.
The batter is giving it away right now. If it hit him, he'd be running to first base.
Yeah.
He didn't budge an inch really on it. The pitch was a little inside. Now we got a 1-1 count.
So come across as a strike. Probably entered in as a fouled away pitch, but we'll either way, it's a 1-1 count. And now this one blasted foul, and it's a 1-2 count. Well, Jim says he hasn't played golf in a long, long, long time. 3 longs. So maybe mini golf or?
Yeah, mini golf. I don't charge for lessons either.
Oh, there you go, Jim. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. And the pitch is high for a ball. 2-2.
How many pitches do we have on Heupel right now?
Heupel, I have him down for 50, so that means he's probably at 53. But if I'm right, it's 16 balls and 34 strikes on those 50 pitches. 2-2. That one hit up high, shelved up to right field. Caleb Deere is underneath it, and the ball will eventually come down from the planet Jupiter into the glove of Caleb Deere.
That was a high one.
Out of all the flyouts I've ever seen to right, center, or left, that one was pretty high. It ranks in the top 5, if not the top 1. So
You probably are too young to remember the name Dave Kingman. I saw him play in the Metrodome, and he hit a fly ball that hit the roof of the bubble.
Oh, really?
I've never seen something like that before.
Maybe that was the reason it collapsed a few years ago. Under
that and a lot of snow.
Yeah. It all started with that hit.
Yeah. Tampa Bay, it does it too, with that bubble. Once in a while, a guy will hit that ceiling.
0-1 here to Gage Orr. Now it's 1-1 to Gage Orr.
Heupel did not. That's one of those non-competitive pitches that just get away from you sometimes.
One ball and one strike. And the pitch. That one served up center field. Right center, drifting back is Wiggestrand. And Wiggestrand makes the catch. And Wiggestrand will get some cheers from his hometown. And it's still 1-0 halfway through this ball game. At least we think. And we go to the bottom of the fourth here on the Magnitude Sports Network next. The Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota is the place for you and your friends to come and enjoy cold drinks, great food, and sports all under a friendly and fun atmosphere. Whether it's the Vikings, Twins, Wild, NDSU Bison, or one of your favorite teams, watch all the games at the Knickerbocker. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday, 12 noon to 2 a.m. You can find the Knickerbocker at 412 Main Avenue in Hickson, just a 10-minute drive south of Fargo. Take University Drive, head south until you arrive.
Runnings is celebrating 75 years in business with an incredible 2022 Ford truck giveaway. Just imagine you hitting the road in a brand new fully loaded Runnings Red Super Crew 4x4 truck. Don't imagine it. Make it happen by entering to win now through August 10th. To register, grab a prize card from your local Runnings store or visit runnings.com/2022 Ford truck giveaway. No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or older to enter. Enter to win today. And thank you for shopping at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
All right, welcome back. Our pitch count was right on. We had 54 for Heupel, and that's exactly where he's at. And now Jacoby Noel, I have him down for 48 pitches at the moment, and he'll gear up against Connor Entz to start the home half of the fourth. West Fargo still looking for that tying run in this game. West Fargo's left 3 on base. Jamestown has left 4 on base, so a total of 7 runners left on in a 1-0 ball game, and the only run scored was in the top of the first. And there's a nice strike from Jacoby Noel.
Jacoby Noel is a stepson of a young man by the name of Andy Dunphy, was a good friend of my son's at University of North Dakota. It's a good sports name in Grand Forks.
Yeah. UND, of course, a good sports college up there in Grand Forks, too. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Connor Entz.
I played against Andy Dunphy's dad in a lot of fast pitch softball. Grand Forks used to have a big tournament there. We play at around early July.
And the 1-2, he'll foul it off. It'll remain 1-2.
Again, Noel's very effective, and he's getting ahead of the hitters now, and that's a big part of his game. We just can't quite figure out his rhythm.
1 ball, 2 strikes, and the 1-2.
Good take by Connor.
2-2 now.
Connor earlier in the summer had a little trouble with curveballs. Not of late. He's looking to hunt something right here.
2-2, fouled at the plate.
Good swing.
It almost looked like it kind of top-spinned over the top of his bat.
I, as a hitter right now, would be looking for that curve more than anything. I don't think he can get the fastball by me, is my belief.
And looks like he did send that curve, but Frank wasn't able to frame it up over the strike zone.
Yeah, that was definitely outside. Good take by Connor.
Full count now here for Noel against Entz.
Oh.
And that was not the most intelligent swing there.
No, it was a ball 4. It was absolutely, I think he read it as a curve, and I don't think it was a curve. It was just a low pitch that the catcher had to scoop, and he bit for it.
Evan Berg, he drew a walk last time he was up. That makes him 0 for 0 on the night so far. As we're a couple minutes shy of the 1 hour mark of the ball game here. And that first pitch will drop in for a ball. Connor Entz kind of doing a golf swing on that swing and a miss strike.
He was definitely fooled.
And now there's a strike delivered here, and that pattern of ball, strike, strike continues here for Jacoby Nold. He's done it on at least 90% of the batters he's faced in this game so far. Here's the 1-1, and this one hit out over towards, that's Holt Coulter at short, and over to first for the throw out. 6-3 ground out for Evan Berg. That puts out number 2 on the board, brings up Caleb Deere.
Noel is in complete control. No hits for the Pats, and I've seen him this summer go through these stretches where it's like a disease, where nothing seems to happen. We got a no hit by post 2 in the first game of a doubleheader.
Yep.
Went through 5 innings of the second game being no hit.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, the worm turned.
Yeah. He started producing hits in those last 2 innings, the 6th and the 7th. Yeah, I remember that game because West Fargo had gone through a drought of, I believe it was 12 or 13 innings of no hits that went back to the final ending of that game against Bismarck in that doubleheader right before that. And then no-hitter in the 7 innings against Fargo post 2, in which they post 2 would win by the score of 2-0, I believe it was, or 2-1, 2-0. I'm going to go with. And then they would no-hit him through 5 innings in the game 2, and then they would just pound out, I think, 6 or 7 hits in the 6th and 7th inning, and they ended up walking off post 2 on a hit to left field to win the second game of that doubleheader by the score of 3-2. So after all that, Caleb Deere is up on first. This is Peyton Jancy now.
Jancy had a couple good cuts last at bat. There again, Nold is going back to that curve on the first pitch and is in the dirt.
And once again, the first pitch is a ball.
Be interesting to see. Deere has above average speed. He's not known to have stolen a lot of bases this summer, but be interesting to see if they test this catcher's arm out. Again, that's my wife always wants to know why I want to watch infield before a game. I like to look at the arms of players.
That one hit sharply but foul down the third base side.
I can remember going to big league games in Minnesota when I was a kid, and Cleveland had a player by the name of Rocky Colavito. He was a right fielder, and he would make throws from deep right field to third base. They were like frozen ropes. And I would sit there in absolute amazement at how a guy could do that.
I can picture that in my mind, and it sounds good. Now they are going to test the arm, and I think they got him, and they did. Max Frank, well, they tested it, and Max Frank passed the test. Caleb Deere gets thrown out, caught stealing. And it remains a 1-0 game. As a result, no runners left on base. Batters 9-1-2 for Jamestown when we return.
There is no off-season for greatness. You do what it takes to stay in the game. And so do we. Our commitment is to keep you moving forward. Essentia Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Like nowhere else.
All right, welcome back. Batters 9-1-2 due up for Jamestown here in the top of the 5th. It's going to be Matt Heupel's 55th pitch, and he'll toss it to Max Frank, who'll be the leadoff batter, who ended the bottom half of the 4th on that throwout on the attempted stolen base there by West Fargo. And Dale, you were mentioning that you were curious if they would test his arm, and well, they did. And Well, your thoughts on that? Did he pass the test or did he not?
I know as a coach, I always wanted to test it early.
Yeah.
But we haven't had any base runners. We haven't had any hits.
Yeah.
So that opportunity, I thought it was a good time to run there. Maybe create that first hit, score that tying run. And it was a good throw. It was on the money. So that tells me something. I'll think about that.
Yeah.
But again, I question our leads off of first. We're pretty tentative. We're defensive over there.
Here's Hypo with pitch 55. And it comes in for a strike on Max Frank. Franco for one, reached base on an error. 1 hour and 3 minutes time of the ball game now. Mike Mason alongside Dale Olson, Chris Hubden on camera and scoreboard graphics. And I'm not sure where that one was going to, but it's ball.
Another one of those non-competitive pitches, and they just slip away from you. Hypo's control has been basically pretty good this game. Nothing wrong with it, and people wonder, why does that happen? Well, it slipped out of his hand. He just didn't have a grip. His hand could have been a little sweaty.
And the 1-1 drops in a little low for ball 2. It's not really a wild pitch because it was on target, so, but 2-1. And that pitch is outside for 3-1 now. Well, top of the 5th. This game is cruising along in 1 hour and 4 minutes.
Nobody in the bullpen, and I don't know who Coach Rowe would go with here if there's any type of trouble.
And that one out to, nice catch there by Casey Clemenson. For out number 1 as Frank will pop out into foul territory. That brings up Mason Lundsman, top of the order here for Jamestown. He is 0 for 2 today. Ground out to short, and he struck out swinging last time he was at the plate. One away in the top of the 5th with no runners on, 1 hour and 5 minutes into the ball game, and that Hypo with pitch number 60. He'll wind and he'll deal. Hypo, and that one a hard hit ball. 2 bouncer to first. Clemenson will run to the bag. He'll get there about a step ahead of Mason Lundsman. A for effort for Lundsman, and even A+ for effort for Clemenson there as he was able to get the out.
One thing I liked on that play is Hypo got off the mound fast. Anything hit to the right side, that pitcher's got to get over there to potentially cover first base, and he did it. When you see pitchers being lazy about that, there are some coaches that do not like that.
Yeah, looking at the replay here on our other monitor, it looks like he beat him by exactly 1 step to that bag. That was a close race.
Isn't that amazing how long 90 feet has been in this game, and it still works.
1 ball, no strike here to Connor Hoyt, 0 for 2, ground out and a fly out, both of them to third. Well, pop out is probably the better term to use there, and it's 2 balls and no strikes now here to Connor Hoyt. On deck is Jackson Walters if Hoyt can reach base with 2 away. 1-0 ball game on the Essentia Health scoreboard through 5 2/3 innings. 4 2/3 innings, excuse me. Here's the windup and the 2-0 from Hypo. Swung on, that one's hit out towards Wiggestrand at second, and he'll beat him on the throw there on a 4-3 ground out by a couple of steps, and it is a quick 1-2-3 inning here for Jamestown. Peyton Jancy, Seth Wiggestrand, Nolan Dodds. That's the bottom of the order, 7, 8, 9. If Jacoby Nold stays on the mound, he's got pitch 68 coming up here when we return after the break. 1-0 on the Essentia Health scoreboard here on Magnitude. Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
All low. See if Jancy can get a leadoff walk and really work Nold over here. Make him work and get that pitch count up there. Ooh, that was lucky it didn't hit him.
2 balls, no strikes to Peyton Jancy.
Noel is showing stretches. He can get a little wild, but he seems to come back when he needs a pitch.
West Fargo's left 3 on base. All 3 of those runners have reached base without getting a hit. Right now, Jacoby Nold is pitching a no-hitter, and he just tossed pitch 70, and it's 3 balls and no strikes. And there's strike 1. He'll cash in his free strike coupon. Well, we were talking about it earlier, Dale. That 6th and 7th inning is big innings for West Fargo when they're in a no-hitter. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Straight fastball. That was right down the middle, and timing of Jancy was a little ahead of it. No, you got to be protective.
That pitch, did it hit the edge? It did not.
A little low, and umpire's been consistent on that call. Nold wanted it, but I believe it was low.
That's the 4th runner to reach base here for West Fargo in this game. And once again, still no hits.
Wiggestrand coming to the plate now is one of the better bunters on the team. I look for a sacrifice attempt.
We'll see if he squares up or not. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout swinging last time he was at the plate, and he will indeed square up. And they'll throw it to first, and there's still a no-hitter. And Jancy moves up to second.
Good bunt.
And you called that one spot on.
Dodds I've talked about his IQ with baseball. It's above average. Smart player, and he's been around. He's a super senior. And it's going to be interesting to see how he attacks Noel now. He's a contact hitter.
Nolan Dodds 0 for 1, reached base on an error last time he was at the plate. This one chopped up towards third, and it bounces foul.
Hit his toe there, I think, came off his toe. You see those, what they used to call that, a Baltimore chop? When a hop goes real high, I think that's an old term in the world of
I might have to Google
sports.
that one.
Baltimore chop. Why it's Baltimore, I don't know.
Maybe it happens to the Orioles the most, I don't know.
Yeah,
but
a lot of crazy terms in this game.
0-1 to Dodds. Here's the windup, and that one will drop in for ball 1.
Nola's having trouble with the curveball. Many balls now have been in the dirt, and when you get to this point in a game and you're throwing 70-plus pitches, sometimes the legs start to go a little bit, and everybody will say, well, are you tired? Well, when the legs get tired, that push-off changes off the rubber, and it changes your rhythm, and it's a little more complicated than what the average fan.
I thought they got him.
No, it was close, but Jancy was sleeping just a little bit there. You saw when Noel started to turn. Right in our view, you could see him. He wasn't quite ready for it, and he was lucky to get back.
Yeah, that was very close.
He wasn't quite ready for that.
Remains 1-1. And that one's low for ball 2.
So you start, Noel is aiming the ball a little bit now, and it's and that's because the legs aren't all there.
2 balls and a strike as Noel looks back on Jancy, and he delivers. And this one hit hard to third. He'll look at second, fire over to first, hold the runner there, and that's 2 outs, and that's a nice play by Jackson Walters.
Dodds was on that pitch too. Just happened to hit it right at the third baseman. It was a good swing.
Top of the order now for West Fargo. It's Brennan Hammond. He'll face pitch number 79. 2 away, runner in scoring position, and it's a 1-0 ball game here on the Essential Health scoreboard. And Jacoby Noel delivers a strike, 0-1.
Brennan Hammond is one of our better contact hitters. He usually puts the ball in play. That second base area, he's known to, well, the second baseman was jumping back now, but it was an off-speed pitch by Noel, and Brennan is having a tough time figuring him out. He's waved at a couple pitches, which isn't the normal swing of Brennan. Now I'm in a definite mode where I'm trying to protect. Just put the ball in play. Just a single, just any type of contact.
And the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and he got him.
Wow.
That ends the 5th inning of play. They strand another runner on base, and it remains 1-0 here on the Essentia Health scoreboard. 5 complete to the top of the 6th. It's Walters, Nold, and Holt Coulter. Batters 3, 4, and 5. Heupel is scheduled to toss pitch 64 right after this.
Tonight, I'll be eating chicken tikka masala with garlic naan. Cheers.
I win again. Patrick.
That's Sir Patrick.
Ooh, sir. Tonight, I'll be eating roasted cauliflower tacos with spicy chipotle sauce. Thank you. Oh! I wasn't ready!
You want cheese to go with that wine?
All right. Matt Heupel will face Jackson Walters, Jacoby Nold, and Peyton Holt Coulter. It's batters 3, 4, and 5. Heupel, 22 balls, 41 strikes on 63 pitches. 1 hour and 17 minutes, time of the game thus far, and it's been a good one so far. Although, as we crawl into the latter innings, you have to wonder if the West Fargo fans may be a little bit nervous right now.
A little bit more than little bit.
1-0, the score here in favor of Jamestown. They scored that run back in the top of the 1st, and it's been goose egg since. And that pitch will come in for ball. 1-0. Walters 1 for 2, doubled to right, grounded out to the shortstop on his 2 trips to the plate so far this evening. And the 1-0. And that one comes inside. I was telling you a couple innings ago during a commercial break that I did not expect this. I expected maybe like a 4-3 game, a 7-5, 7-6, 5-4 type of game between these two clubs, especially when you get this deep in the game. But this has been a fun one, even though only 1 run has been scored so far.
When you're a prognosticator, your job is to pick. It's like, to me, it's a lot like predicting the weather. You just never know for sure.
2-1 from Heupel. Swing and a miss, and now the count's 2-2.
Again, Heupel goes to that 2-seam fastball that fades on the outside corner, and it's been his most effective pitch.
Two. That one's inside, full count.
It's a good pitch. It was definitely off they came in on his fists. So he's gone from outside to inside. Now as a hitter, what's he going to throw me? I'm just looking to protect the plate if I'm a hitter right now.
Payoff pitch coming up for Heupel. And the windup in the deal. And that one's hit out towards third. Ooh. And now a sharp throw to first. He got it there in time.
Great play by Berg. He definitely got a bad hop that came up on him, and his reflexes were very good on that. He was front of the ball and made a real good play.
If you're following along on iScore does not give that play justice. On iScore, it's a simple 5-3. In real life, that is like a 5-5-5-5-3. That one's hit up high, left field. Getting underneath it is Trey Stalker. He'll call off Hammond, and Stalker will make the catch. And it's out number 2. Nold was 2 for 2 prior to that with a double and a single, both to center field. Now he flies out to left field.
Nold's definitely feeling it as a hitter, too. He just got under that a little bit. He's definitely their best hitter.
Peyton Coulter.
Peyton Coulter 0 for 2, struck out swinging, grounded out to Hammond, the shortstop, last time he was at the plate. And a strike is called. Top of the 6th. Last time I saw a game like this, it was the Post 400 Stars and the Hopkins Flyers in the first game of the regional tournament last year. That one will float outside for a ball, and it's 1-1.
What would Bob Euchre say? Just a little bit outside?
Yeah, just a little bit outside. Post 400 scored a run in the bottom of the 1st in that inning, and that would end up being the final score. And I can tell you how Post 400 fans felt in that particular game. This one scooped up there by Wiggestrand. Did he run it out? He did not. A 4-3 ground out, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. It remains 1-0 on the Essentia House scoreboard. Coming up here for the West Fargo Patriots, his batters 2, 3, and 4. Stalker, Clemenson, and Hentz are scheduled. Nold has pitch 82 on the horizon when we return after this.
Now batting, number 5.
Nice seats. $50 though.
Hey, this dude got his seat for only $20 on Game Time.
Whoa.
Game Time tracks ticket prices in real time and finds you all the best last-minute deals, so you can get tickets for up to 60% off.
60% off?
Mystical ballpark voice?
Yeah.
That guy freaks me out.
Download Game Time now. Come on, do it.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 6th inning here. It's a 1-0 game on the Essentia Health scoreboard. And a strike is tossed by, is that still Nold? Yeah, it must be because we didn't take a long break between innings. So
this is pitch 83. I think he's going the distance, that boy.
And strike 2.
You just don't seem to pick up that fastball that comes in on the inside corner. There's a tentativeness that a lot of our hitters are having trouble with, and I don't think the ball's moving that much. It's just they're having trouble with the timing.
Nold with an 0-2 count, and the pitch, and that
could be a
one
tough
is
play
hit
there.
up in the middle, over to first. He's safe.
First hit of the game.
It's the first hit of the game, and that ends the no-hitter. And we talked about it. 6th and 7th innings are big for West Fargo when they've got a no-hitter through 5, and now they got a very close infield hit.
Number 21, Casey.
Tough play by the second baseman there. You got to have a real gun to throw out a quick runner like Stalker. Tough play. It was a legitimate hit. But just a contact, put the ball in play. We'll see if Casey's looking to bunt.
Clemenson at 0 for 2 tonight. He struck out swinging on both occasions.
He's upset with himself there. He squared, and actually was a strike, and for some reason he pulled back. He's going to go talk to his coach now, I think.
And
interesting situation here for a decision. Are you going to have Casey sacrifice? Are you going to put a hit and run on, thinking Noel's going to come with a strike here? A lot of things that you can do. That's the beauty of this chess game called baseball. It's a guessing game. Of course, the defense now, the catcher's out talking to Noel and trying to get his pitch selection straight.
I used to be a really good chess player in high school, too. I bet it wasn't on
checkers?
the baseball field.
How about checkers?
Checkers is too easy.
Try bridge.
I've played that. I haven't played it recently, though, so I can't recall if I was good at that or not. Nothing in 1 year to Clemenson, and now a pickoff attempt at first on Trey Stalker.
Stalker does not get big leads either. He has above average speed. We've seen what the catcher can do as far as throwing to second. He's only off about 3 steps.
And that will be bunted right back to Noel and fires over to first, and he's
almost threw that away. See, that's that flip that I'm talking about that Noel just threw, a sidearm flip. I've seen that sail so many, and it started to sail. If that ball would have gone over the first baseman's head, clear the bases.
Designated hitter, number 32, Connor Entz.
Connor Entz 0 for 2, grounded out to short. He struck out swinging. And now the tying run is on second for West Fargo here in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch. Oh, it broke. It looked like it was coming inside, and then the pitch broke and hit the strike zone.
More times than not, he started with that curve, and look at there. Stalker was sleeping just for a second again. You watch good base runners, they never, ever take their eye off the ball. You cannot go to sleep. I had a coach, he'd call it a mortal sin.
Yeah? 0-1 the count here to Connor Entz after the pickoff attempt on Stalker at second.
Connor took that first curve. He loves fastballs.
Noel looks back and delivers the pitch, and another curve that breaks for strike 2.
See, they've watched Connor bat, and they know that he definitely is a fastball hitter, and now he's got to be in that protective phase again now. What's he going to see? Look for a curve. Just look for it.
Frank will set up to the outside, and he got him on a strikeout looking.
3 curves in a row.
Back-to-back-to-back strikes. All of them looking, none of them swinging, and that is out number 2, and Evan Berg steps up to the plate now. He's 0 for 1, drew a walk and grounded out to the shortstop.
Now again, if I'm Berg, is he going to throw me that curve right away? I look for it. See, there it is.
And that one did everything that the previous ones did. It just came in a little bit low.
And you say, well, I'm going to worry about the Don't worry about the fastball. Look for that curve. If he throws the fastball, I still can get my bat around. Noel is worried about Stockard. Second baseman seems to want to hang around second as long as he can. Timeout by Berg. Good timeout there. Sometimes you'll see hitters do that intentionally a couple of times just to see if he can upset the rhythm of that pitcher.
And the pitch is low for a ball. 2-0 now here to Evan Berg.
That's 5 straight curves that he's throwing. Now as a hitter, I look for it again. If he throws me that fastball, I'll drive it right up the middle.
92nd pitch coming up here as he looks back at Stalker on second, stares him down for a while, and delivers.
6 straight curves.
And 3 straight balls. And now you got to think here, is Evan Berg going to take the strike, and is he going to attack it down the middle? I would presume that he will. We'll see.
He'll take this. 3-0.
And did he walk or did he? Yes, he did walk. A 4-pitch walk because he just missed it. And now 2 runners on, and Caleb Deere comes up to the plate. And, well, even with no runners on, Caleb Deere isn't the guy you want coming up to the plate.
Caleb Deere.
Now, I'll tell you something, guys. Look out in the outfield. Where's the big gap at? Where do you guys see a gap?
It's about even between both. I would say maybe a little bit bigger gap in right center.
Right fielder's really playing him down the line, and that right center area is open. And Caleb definitely hits a lot of balls to right center.
1 ball, no strike. The last 5 pitches from Noel have been balls. 38 balls, 56 strikes on 94 tosses. Here's toss 95. And that one comes in for a strike. Really? That seemed a little bit low. Not that.
That's a good take by Caleb there. When you're into that wild streak, don't help him out now. Now again, look for that curve. I would say he's going to throw you a curve again.
1-1. Swing and a miss.
There's that low inside fastball that the guys have had a lot of trouble with. It's like they don't pick it up.
1 ball and 2 strikes now here to Caleb Deere. Peyton Jancy on deck only if Deere can reach base. 2 away and a 1-2 count. And the pitch. Did he catch the edge? He just missed it.
It was outside pitch. He wanted it too, but that was a ball.
And the drama continues for at least 1 more pitch.
Nothing but 2s out there.
2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on, first and second.
Caleb's got to be in that protective mode.
And the 2-2. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout for Jacoby Knoll. That's his 10th of the game.
It a pick? What was going on there?
Hold on 1 second here.
I think the ball was ticked.
They're saying it was fouled away, so we will
New life.
Come back. Don't worry about all the stuff there. We'll get it fixed.
It was a fastball.
Fouled away. And the drama continues for another pitch. And this one hit up the middle.
Get in
it's
there.
into center field.
Go!
Rounding third is Trey Stalker. The game is tied.
Poor base running by Berg. He easily could have made it to third. Easily. You see that ball coming in high from center field. Big hit by Caleb Deere with new life, granted, on just a slight tick. Came back, protected it, and just got it through up the middle. Excellent hitting. Base runner's got to read that throw coming in from the outfield, and when it's a high throw like that, that's a no-brainer. But it's 2 outs, too. He's still in scoring position.
Big at-bat here for Peyton Jancy. And the pitch comes across for a ball, 1-0. Pitch. In for a strike, 1-1. Giving up 2 hits now in the last 2 innings. Or check that, 2 hits in this inning.
Jancy walked last time. He's had some good swings against Noel. There's another high chopper.
And over to first for the out, and that will strand 2 on base. It's a 1-1 ball game as West Fargo knots it up on a hit by Caleb Deere up the middle to score.
Patriots in the 6th base scored
Trey Stalker. And now we're knotted up going into the what maybe is the final frame, maybe not. We'll be back in a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. I'll answer that question. All right. Welcome back. It's a 1-1 ball game, and we're only through 6.
16, the first baseman, Carson Orr.
1 in the top of the first, 1 in the bottom of the 6th, and now we go to the 7th.
Number 14, Easton Heisler.
West Fargo has had a couple walk-off wins recently. That one hit deep to left, but not deep enough. And that will be caught by Trey Stalker.
Boy, that jumped right away. I thought that was going to be deeper, too. 335 down that line. It takes a poke. Not much of a wind now. A little bit of a left to right breeze.
Number 13, Preston Gall.
Preston Gall will be the batter. Man, I thought when that came off the bat that it was 2-1. But then suddenly that fly ball slowed down a little bit. Here's the pitch, and it misses to the outside for a ball to Preston Gall. Was 0 for 2 with a pair of flyouts. 1 to Caleb Deere in right, 1 to Nolan Dodds in center. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Now, fellas, we're looking at an old-fashioned pitcher's duel.
Exactly, yep. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 run for Jamestown, 1 run for West Fargo, 1 out. In a low hit ball game, only 2 hits for West Fargo, 3 hits for Jamestown. West Fargo getting both of those hits in the bottom of the 6th, one of them being an RBI. Results in an RBI is what I should say. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Preston Gall. Heupel winds up. Can he get the strikeout? No, he cannot. Not on that pitch anyway. 2-2.
What's his pitch count now?
I have him at 78.
78.
And that is unofficial, of course, but it's been official the last couple innings, so. 2-2. Hit high to right. Going back is Caleb Deere. And he'll backpedal and make the catch.
That ball floated too. Again, 335 to down that right field line, and you go out into right center by the flag. It's about 380, 390. It takes a poke.
Gage Orr, the batter now with 2 away. West Fargo 1 out away from potentially being in a position to walk it off in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch. That one hit to left. That is going to drop for a base hit. That one's going to go all the way to the wall almost. He's going to get 2 for sure. And here comes the throw, cut off there by Brennan Hammond. And it's a double for Gage Orr on 2 outs, bringing up Max Franck. Max Franck, the 9-hitter in the lineup here for Jamestown. And a visit to the mound for West Fargo.
Quinn Irie coming out. And you say, what's he going to say right now? Of course, they look at the number 9 hitter. What did he do last time? And the time before, he struck out both times.
Yeah.
And but yet, you don't want to pipe one to him right away. He's going to probably be sitting on a fastball right away. So you feel comfortable. You want to make that pitcher feel like, hey, you're doing a great job, which he is. But don't lose that focus. Just because he's a 9th hitter, I still got to have that focus.
Max Franck, 0 for 2, reached on an error, popped out to the first baseman Clemenson in foul territory last time he was at the plate. And then Mason Lundsman is on deck as that would flip it back to the top of the order here for Jamestown if Franck can reach base. Heupel on 80 pitches, 52 of them have found the strike zone as we return to action now here at Young Field. An hour and 37 minutes into the ball game. It's 1-1 here, 2 away in the top of the 7th, and Gage Orr standing on second. And the pitch comes across low and out for a ball. It's 1-0 to Max Franck.
Sweeping curve on the outside corner, a little low. Started him off with a curve. That was interesting.
Heupel will get the signal here, and he'll nod to it on Jancy. He'll take a peek over his left shoulder there. Gage Orr on second and deliver the pitch. That one fouled up out of play to the first base side, and it's 1-1.
It's a fastball on the fist, and a good pitch. And Jamestown hitters are aggressive. They're looking for strikes, and Heupel's proven that his control is good enough to warrant that.
1 ball, 1 on, 1-1 ball game. And the pitch. That's a little high. Ball 2.
Close pitch.
Very close. 2-1. Hypo looking around, checks the runner twice, delivers
Good
the
pitch.
got it on the outside edge. Excellent pitch there by Matt Hypo, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Go
I've
ahead.
said that quite a few times, Mike, that that's his pitch. It's a two-seam fastball that fades coming out of that left hand, and it just nicks the corner. It's a very tough pitch to hit.
2-2. High for ball 3.
And I'm frustrated with that pitch. He didn't want that high.
Once again, Mason Lundsman is the batter on deck for Jamestown if Franck can reach base. Looking for that 5th hit of the ball game. And that one's going to be blooped out right center, and it might drop. And rounding third comes Gage Orr. He will score, and Jamestown takes the lead on an RBI double by Franck out into right center field. Not what the doctor ordered for West Fargo.
Boy, that was just total defensive hitting, and he got rewarded by just putting the bat on the ball. And he found it's the old-time Texas single.
Mason Lundsman 0 for 3. Ground out to short, strikeout swinging, and a direct ground out to first last time he was at the plate.
Number 5, Mason Lundsman.
Last time Jamestown scored, we were in the top of the 1st inning, and now they put one on the board in the top of the 7th and retake a 2-1 lead. We've had more runs in the last 6 outs than we've had in the entire game.
Yeah, the power of putting the ball in play. You know, you've heard me talk about small ball, and I'm a fan of that. And Major League Baseball isn't a fan of small ball. Most clubs aren't anyway. It's the power of the home run. Putting the ball in play is very effective, especially against good pitching.
West Fargo in a battle of a game last night. Now they're in a battle of a game here tonight again with Jamestown. And right now they're on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Last night they were on the right side of the scoreboard, assuming that you're cheering for West Fargo. Swing and a miss for a strike. And if you're cheering for Jamestown, you have a smile on your face right now. But you're not fully unnervous yet either. One, two. High into the backstop. Taking off for third is Franck. Franck advances on the wild pitch. And that puts a ball and 2 balls and 2 strikes on the board for Lundsman. And Jamestown has a 3rd run standing 90 feet away at the moment. Nobody warming up in either bullpen. Looks like these two are going to go the distance. That one popped up. Looks like Trey Stalker's there, and he'll make the catch. Runner's not able to tag as that's the 3rd out. They strand one on base. And Jamestown puts one across to take a 2-1 lead here on the Essentia Health scoreboard. And now West Fargo needs at least 1 or 2 to walk it off and win. We got a ball game. Don't go anywhere. We got 3 more outs minimum up ahead for you here on Magnitude. Be right back.
Runnings is celebrating 75 years in business with an incredible 2022 Ford truck giveaway. Just imagine you hitting the road in a brand new fully loaded Runnings Red Super Crew 4x4 truck. Don't imagine it. Make it happen by entering to win now through August 10th. To register, grab a prize card from your local Runnings store or visit runnings.com/2022 Ford truck giveaway. No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or older to enter. Enter to win today. And thank you for shopping at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So, how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future. And if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us, because it's always good to check in.
All right, we got a ball game here, folks. West Fargo backs are against the wall here. They're down 2-1. Seth Wiggestrand will start it off here, and he'll take the first pitch. That's pitch 103 for Jacoby Knoll.
2 more pitches. I might even take another one. I want to make him work.
Here's pitch 104. That one directly to first. 1 out.
Right on the nose.
Knoll will get one more batter unless coach decides to take him out. A direct ground out to first. And Jacoby Knoll.
Center fielder number 2, Nolan Dodds.
Boy, Wiggy hit that right on the nose, right at him. That's baseball.
Pitch 105, so he can finish this batter. Pitch comes in for a ball, 1-0, and that's pitch 105. 40 balls, 65 strikes for Jacoby Knoll.
Now at the 105 level, he can go beyond that long as he is pitching to the same hitter.
Exactly. Dodds 0 for 2, reached on an air and a ground out and a hit to left center field. Running after it is Connor Holt, and it's a base hit. No, it's not.
Unbelievable catch.
Was that the center fielder? Or the
center fielder with left hand made a great running catch. Stretched his arm out.
Smokes.
Last second and caught the ball.
Well, Mason, I said in the pregame show, Mason Lundsman had an outstanding game in that playing game, playing center field versus Minot. I think that might be one of the only plays he's had this game, and that counted big. Huge. 2 away. And now Jacoby Knoll's off the mound at 106 pitches, 40 balls, 66 strikes, 1 hour and 46 minutes into the ball game. And the new pitcher for Jamestown, who only needs to collect 1 out, is going to be, it looks like number, I can't tell you, number 20-something.
21?
24.
24.
Jackson Walters. So that means we'll have a new third baseman as well.
Now pitching for the Jamestown Eagles, number 24, Jackson Walters.
I simply cannot believe that catch out in left center field.
Extended that glove with his left, well, actually he's left-handed, and so the glove is on his right arm and running full blast. And that is not a real level outfielder out there either. And that ball's bouncing to that outfielder as he's running. And it was a great catch. It was a great catch.
And let's see here. Looks like trying to... No jersey numbers on the front side of the jersey, so I still don't know who's playing third, but we'll figure it out. Oh, there is a number on the front side. Let me... nope, that's the American Legion logo. That's not a number. It kind of looks like a number looking through the monitor, but we'll tell you sooner than later. Jamestown's 1 out away from knocking off the 3 seed. They knocked off the 2 seed last night. Where have I said that before?
Yeah, it's it's tournament time.
I said that about 1 year ago today.
They're called Cinderella teams.
This is Jamestown's first year in AA Legion baseball.
Hammond.
Brennan Hammond is the batter, 0 for 3, ground out the third, and a pair of strikeouts, gone down swinging on both of them. Here's the pitch, and he'll foul it back.
Now they're not listening to me when it comes to taking pitches. I want to look at Walters here. Probably have never seen him before. He's got to be nervous. He's got to be a little wild, maybe.
We'll see. A little high, 1-1.
You don't want to help him.
You just need one swing of the bat to tie this game up.
That's what Hammond was looking for there. He let her rip.
And the pitch. Comes in low for ball 2.
Make him pitch. Don't help him.
If you're Jamestown, you're thinking this guy, if he's going to tie it up, it's going to be a home run, or we're going to force him to run out a positional play throw.
There's the game.
And that one's going to be popped up the center, and Mason Lundsman sends Jamestown to tomorrow on a 2-0 record here as they knock off the 2 seed and the 3 seed in the state tournament. And that is your final score. The Jamestown Eagles 2, the West Fargo Patriots 1. Here on the Essentia Health scoreboard. And if your brackets weren't busted yesterday, they are today. At least I think. I don't know how many people made brackets for this game. A 2-1 ball game, 1 run in the first, 1 run in the 6th, and 1 run in the 7th, and that's all it was. The Jamestown Eagles will move on to have another tough test tomorrow against Fargo Post 2. 1 hour, 49 minutes.
With the win, Jamestown now moves to the undefeated.
Not only are they a 7th seed, but they have a blue jersey just like the 7th seed did last year.
Game time is 7 p.m.
Let's take a timeout. We'll collect our thoughts, and we'll be back in a moment with some post-game thoughts in a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
Tonight, I'll be eating chicken tikka masala with garlic naan. Cheers.
I win again, Patrick.
That's Sir Patrick.
Ooh, sir. Tonight, I'll be eating roasted cauliflower tacos with spicy chipotle sauce. Thank you. Oh! I wasn't ready!
You want cheese to go with that wine?
Here, when our path takes an unexpected turn, we keep moving forward. When life sends us a message, we listen. When you're determined to beat the odds, we help you plan for what's next. This is commitment, resourcefulness, determination. These are remarkable people doing remarkable things together.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back as your post-game show gets underway here at Young Field in West Fargo. The 7th-seeded Jamestown Eagles their first year in AA Legion baseball. They make it to the state tournament, defeating Minot in a playoff game. They knock off the 2-seeded Bismarck Governors yesterday, and they pull out a close one here against the 3-seeded West Fargo Patriots, 2-1, with runs scored in the first, 6th, and 7th inning only, and a no-hitter going through 5 innings. It wasn't until that 6th inning when the Patriots would collect 2 hits. One of those hits up the middle to score the lone run of the game for the Patriots, and then the Eagles would get one back in the top of the 7th, and they would take care of business on an excellent catch out in center field by Mason Lundsman for out number 2, and a couple of routine outs for outs 1 and 3. Dale, your thoughts on this game as it concludes?
Yeah, it was a definite pitcher's duel. I thought Matt Heupel pitched an excellent game for the Pats, and of course Noel, he got to that 105 level and had a great outing. He was very effective. He never really got into that wildness that I thought possibly could happen a couple times in the game. And of course, that great catch in center field was the catch of the tournament so far.
Yeah,
it's one of the best I've seen this year, and it was a money catch. And they made plays when they had to, and that's baseball. The last 2 years, I know since Casey's been playing, we've gotten in that loser's bracket.
Yep.
And we won a state championship last year, coming through the loser's bracket.
Yep.
And the year before that, we came from the loser's bracket, got into the finals, beat that really good Post 2 team the first game, and were maybe 2 innings from winning the championship that year.
Yep.
Had an excellent tournament. It's possible. I think West Fargo's got the pitching depth to go, but the hitting has to be better. Being a little critical of working a pitcher. You've heard my old school type of philosophy on really working a pitcher for walks sometimes.
Yeah.
When the ball isn't getting in play, when you're having trouble getting those hits, sometimes you have to do everything you can to really work that pitcher, and I think they can do a better job of that, but you have to give Noel credit for his effort. It was I'm sure the good crowd here again was treated to good baseball, and we go tomorrow, and you look at that losers bracket at 4 o'clock. The Pats will play Dickinson, and Bismarck Mandan will go at it at 1 o'clock. Post 2 is definitely looking at you've got to look at them as the complete favorite here so far in the 7:30 game tomorrow against Jamestown. But again, pitching depth is what's going to pay off in this tournament, and you'll find who has it and who doesn't. But you still got to hit the ball too.
Yeah, so the matchups are set for tomorrow. You see them there. The first game of the day will have Bismarck versus Mandan at 1 o'clock. The second game of the day will feature the Dickinson Rough Riders and West Fargo. Both the Bismarck Mandan and the Dickinson West Fargo game are elimination games, as they'll have to win to continue. Otherwise, their season will come to an end. And then Fargo Post 2 and Jamestown will be the lone 2 undefeated teams remaining in the tournament. And I don't know what to say anymore. Like I'm not going to sit here and give you a prediction on what might happen in that Jamestown Fargo Post 2 game. I think if you were to ask me at the start of the tournament or back in the play-in round, that Fargo Post 2 and West Fargo would probably be a couple of the favorites along with the Bismarck Governors. But now 2 of those 3 favorites are in the elimination bracket round.
That doesn't surprise me. And we said that at the very beginning too. It's a pretty darn balanced tournament. And I was telling you what an underrated Mandan team was with their hitting power. And then they got bopped a little bit today. So, it's tough to predict.
Let's take a look at that schedule, side-by-side version of it here for you. So the matchups are set 1 o'clock, Bismarck versus Mandan, Dickinson versus West Fargo at 4 o'clock. In the 7 o'clock game, we'll have Post 2 versus Jamestown. That should be a fun one. We'll see how Jamestown handles the number 1 seed. And then the winner of the Post 2 Jamestown game, if there are 3 teams remaining after that game is over with, then the winner of the Post 2 Jamestown game will get an automatic bye into the Game 14, which is the state championship game. If there's only 2 teams left, then they will not get the automatic bye, so we'll have to see what happens tomorrow. But so potentially 2 games on Saturday and 1 game or 2 games Friday, 1 game Saturday, maybe 2 on Saturday. And that Central Plains Regional, every game we do, you see more and more slots that say to be determined. And one of these teams playing in this tournament is going to get there, but you're starting to scratch your head on which one it's going to be right now, because you just really can't answer that question right now. So, yeah, I don't know if I have any more thoughts. I'm kind of speechless at the moment. I don't know what to say. Normally, I have a lot to say. You can find out and check us out online on our YouTube channel. That's all good. Once again, your final score here. Whoops, that's the wrong button. That's not the button I wanted to hit. Let's go here. And but your final score, once again, here in 7 innings of play, it is there we go. That's the button I was looking for. 2-1 in favor of Jamestown over the Patriots. Your thoughts on some of the games happening tomorrow? Well, before we get to that, let me ask you this. Last night you said that the Stars-Patriots game was one of the best games that you had seen. Does this one go above and beyond? Is it equal? Is the last one from last night still your favorite? What are your thoughts on that?
Of course, this is not my favorite, but
Yeah.
what you saw today is an average fan that just comes to enjoy baseball is going to probably root for that underdog.
Yeah.
And Jamestown, if you're a betting man, Jamestown was an underdog, and I saw them early in the summer. But that's the thing about playoff baseball, or any sport for that matter. You can throw the records out the book. There's a lot of pressure involved, and sometimes that's why lack of hitting happens, is that you put a little too... maybe they came in with this thinking that, hey, we played this team a few weeks ago and had no trouble with them. And if that gets into your head, you see what happens. And this game is so much pitching, too, and... Nold was up to the challenge, and he was very good. And then you got to look at that base hit that Franck got with 2 strikes. He's just trying to protect. He's a 9th hitter.
Mm-hmm.
He was the 9th hitter, and all he did was get his bat on the ball, and that little blue Texas League single to right center scored the winning hit. And he would have probably been the last guy you would have picked to get that the biggest hit of probably his life.
Yeah. No
and that's
kidding.
baseball. That's the beauty of it. But you get tested. The beauty of double elimination is I got tomorrow. I got to look forward to. And if I'm good enough to get after that challenge and make the most of it, I'll get rewarded.
Well, West Fargo got they dropped one about this time in the tournament last year, and they battled their way back to the state championship and won. So we'll see if they can do it a second year in a row, and we'll see if the 7th seed might meet up with them a second year in the row. And man, if that happens, I'm here for that game. I guess I'm here anyway because I'm doing the play-by-play on it. But even if I was just a neutral baseball fan, if I saw tonight's game and these 2 teams met up again in the tournament, I was up whatever price they have on entry, I'd pay it. Absolutely. Well, that's going to wrap up our broadcast tonight. Once again, my big thanks to Dale and Chris for helping us out today. My name's Mike Mason. We'll be back with you at 1 o'clock tomorrow. 3 games at 1, 4, and 7. And they should provide some couple dandies there for you, at least at minimum, if not 3 dandies. And we'll see what happens tomorrow here on Magnitude Sports. Day 2 of the state tournament complete. Day 3 starts tomorrow, and it is certainly not disappointed. We'll talk to you again soon here on Magnitude Sports. Have a great night.
Seating has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, and visit our website at magnitudesn.com for a schedule of our upcoming broadcasts.